Hi everyone, it's lovely to see you again and thank you for bearing with me. I am going to do a full and proper rationing catch up next week, but I just wanted to do this in the interim just to let you know that everything's okay and rationing is going really well. In fact, it's almost been enforced because I had a brief interlude at urgent care with some upper abdominal pain, which you can kind of check out on my social media channel, so I won't waffle on about that now. But everything is okay. I do have to have an ultrasound scan, and I'm just keeping a food diary and yeah, obviously sticking to rations, but just not much of them, quite honestly, at the moment. So goodness me, I have no idea what the scales will say when I jump on them Monday. I mean, yeah, it's so unlike me to eat so little, but yeah, I at the moment it's difficult. Anyway, I digress. I just wanted to say that I'm absolutely thrilled to be back on rationing and to have a little bit of time in my day, or have a lot more time in my day to focus on my dream, which is why I quit my job just recently, to work on a World War II ration book recipe cookbook. In fact, a series of them. For anybody that's listening to this for the first time, my name is Carolyn, I'm 60 years old, and I recently quit my job to take a chance on my dream. I have been blogging, oh my God, when I think about it, I have been blogging really about rationing for 20 to 25 years. I started my most recent blog in 2009, so I've been consistently blogging. It fascinates me, the subject fascinates me, not only from a historical perspective, but from the fact that I actually did rationing right at the beginning, way back, quite a long time ago, 20 years ago, from an economical perspective, and also to try and help with my weight loss. Because anybody who's followed me a long time knows that I've had a real problem with obesity. Highest weight has been about 345. Lowest weight since you've been following me has probably been about 221 pound, 219, something like that. Can't actually remember, but so I've had the best success when I've been rationing. And it fascinates me, that time period. Great believer in we need so much less than we actually have. We consume a lot in this day and age. We don't need to. There's pressure on us in society, I believe, to want the best when we don't need it. My parents really instilled frugality into me when I grew up. I guess that's what I've really implemented since being on my own. Yeah, and that's what fits comfortably with me. I still treat myself, I still, splurge on a coffee, don't splurge on going out somewhere, but I don't typically take holidays apart from maybe a few days here and there. It's just how I like to live, a simple life, and that's what I'm getting back to. So yeah, I just wanted to catch up and say the rationing has gone really well, apart from the blip that I'm going through at the moment where I'm actually not eating that much. But that's coming back. It's been easy. It's been easy for me because I've done it so many times in the past. But I just wanted to keep you updated. Obviously next week I am going to go through everything and update you on what's in my cupboard, some of the meals that I'm creating, and I'm also working on a really helpful rationing. If you want to get started in rationing, you want to give it a go, whether it's for financial reasons, health reasons, curiosity in that time period, or whether you want to go through it with your kids, because I know a lot of kids come to my website as well and pick out recipes to create. So I'm doing a really good digital download, which I hope will come out in the next month or so for you. So if you join our group on Facebook, or you just go onto my YouTube or my blog, it will be there linked and downloaded for anybody freely to use. I'm a great believer in that. It's my passion. It's been my passion for a long time, probably from, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, when you see people really struggling in their life, and when circumstances change and they have a challenging life ahead, and it's very difficult to make ends meet. So for me, it's a real passion. And that's what happened during the war, wasn't it? That uncertainty, those challenges, those things people have to give up. But we can get by, and we can get by in a lot simpler and cheaper way. And to be honest, in this day and age, when it just seems that everything is manufactured, that's another thing that I worry about, is ultra processed foods. There's a time and place for them, but you know, in a very small portion of our diet. So I'm striving to get back. I'm the world's worst culprit, quite honestly. Always had quite a good diet, but in between it's the junk food, and have become so addicted to that crap, basically. And that's why I am the way I am. And it's been a real struggle. And but we keep trying, don't we? We keep trying, and we don't give up hope. We keep getting back up. Just got to keep going. But I just want this to end in my 60th year, and I want to do it the way that I love, which is rationing. I am going to let you into a little bit of a secret. I've kept it under wraps. It's nothing fantastic, and you'll go, oh, that's wonderful. It's nothing like that. But I disappeared off social media, and wasn't very, you know, YouTube and stuff, and and blogging, and I really didn't do anything much for a year. I was really struggling with my mental health, with regards to struggling with my weight. So it was mental health related to my weight. I couldn't get my eating under control. I got to a very low place. This is over a year ago now, and I had to call my kids in, and I said, I don't know what to do. My eating's getting out of control. My weight was going up really, really quickly. And yes, with their blessing and after a discussion, I went on for a full year, I went on weight loss jabs. It's not something I'm on now, but I did it for a full year, and out of desperation, quite honestly. And it helped me, because I don't know where I was going. I was so low because I couldn't control my eating. And I went on the weight loss jabs, and I had some success with weight loss. It controlled my eating, it controlled all the noise in my head, which was just constant. And it controlled hunger as well. And so it got me through some really dark times. And then over a period of 3-4 months, I triated down to wean myself off the drug. It wasn't affordable to me, and I really didn't want to be on this long term, but I am grateful for going on it. It was worth the investment at the time, which was something like £100 a month. It was a lot of money. Well, it's more now, but I had some success with that. And I think for anybody who's really struggling with their weight, I think it's obviously I've done it, and I won't say anything bad against it. It helped me out, but now I'm in a better place mentally. One of the changes I had to make, as you know, was I had to give up my job. That was the last piece of the parcel. When you get to a certain age, 60, I'm thinking, oh, apologies, my SD card in my camera went kaput, and I don't have another free one. So where was I? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think giving up my job was a decision I didn't take lightly, because I really enjoyed my job. I enjoyed the team I worked with more than anything, quite honestly. But I thought, yeah, life is passing by too quickly. I was still stressed, but a different type of stress. And I was frustrated with not being able to focus on my passions. So after a bit of discussion again with my kids, I decided to hand in my notice at work. I had to work my 8 weeks notice as a marketing manager. And then from January the 1st was my last day. And I have given myself 3 to 4 months because that's all the money I have in the bank to support myself, to write this first recipe book and get it published and see then what happens. So this is a huge passion of mine and I want to get it finished. It's hard work. I've already started this week, but there's a bit of spanner in the works. We're going to hospital. But that's where I am with that, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And you've been so helpful. Yes, you know, you've seen my questions coming through, and you've been also giving of your time to give me your thoughts on the first initial idea for a book cover design. Yeah, it's going to be several different variations before I decide on a final one. It's really, I'm loving doing it. I love getting up in the morning and just doing something that I'm really passionate about. I find it really hard to stop doing anything, and so I have to say, naughty Carolyn, just, you know, have some rest too. But yeah. Oh, I had to put my arm down. It was twinging a bit, so so it was because I'm using the muscles. Where was I? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm hoping next week to start actually baking and photographing my recipes. I want to start with a Lord Walton pie. So in the book, you're going to have a lot of new recipes in there too. But I am going to cook probably some of my favourite recipes from the blog as well. And they have to look, the photographs have to look lovely. And I want to have a nostalgic crossed with modern theme to the book as well. Because, yeah, that's just how I envisage it. And I'm really, really excited about doing this. And living rationing while I'm doing it. Because I feel like, you know, like when you do something, you want to, you know, be there in the moment, doing everything and experiencing everything. So that's one of the reasons I'm back to rationing, apart from trying to feel better, get off the junk food, and spend less. And obviously with no income coming in, rationing is really, really helping with spending less. I mean, last week I literally spent 19 quid. So roughly, I've worked it out, the amount the rations cost me, if you break it down and you're, you know, shopping somewhere cheap, it comes to about £9-ish. And then on top of that, it seems like the groceries I'm getting on top of that, which is a lot of fresh food and bits and pieces, comes to probably about another tenner or so at the moment. So I would say I'm hoping to go through most of this spending about £20 per week on all my food. Obviously some weeks will be more and some weeks will be a little bit less. This next week's going to be a lot less. I've just done some shopping now and I was trying to work it out. I think I spent 6 quid in addition to the basic standard rationing of £9. So that's 15 quid. But I haven't eaten much this week, so things are going to last a bit longer. But I'll break this all down and I'll share that with you next week, just when I feel a bit better. But anyway, was there anything else I was going to update you on? I can't remember. I just wanted to say thank you, really. And hopefully, yeah. Hopefully I'll be recording more of these longer videos with some practical advice and experiences and recipes as I go along. And I look forward to sharing that with you. But yeah, thank you so much, as always, for your help and for supporting me. And it means the world to me, honestly. It really does. I just feel like this is my last, for some reason in my head, it feels like it's my last opportunity to give this a go. And I want that so much more than anything. I love this with a passion. And so I know I've made the right decision, leaving my job, even though it does scare me if this doesn't work out and it's so difficult to get a job in my sphere. At my age, but I'm trying not to think about that. You have to live for the moment sometimes, don't you? Anyway, much love to all of you. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.